Hey there, and welcome back to Cursed Seeds, an educational monster train series where we struggle through the toughest challenges around. So, this is an interesting one. Sometimes it happens where it gets submitted to me and I immediately turn around and play it. And basically, I just wanted to do that, is more the thing that I think I wanted to do. This was submitted in a YouTube comment, 3 days ago, maybe? I think that's accurate. Well, 3 days ago from when I'm recording it, I guess it's maybe like half a week for you all. Anyway, uh, well, a little more than that. Regardless, this is just something that showed up, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's do this. So I wanted to record this and kind of just turn it around. It's an interesting one. I mean, it also looks like a fun clan combo. Was the main driver for me. I quickly glanced at it and I said, you know what? I've been playing so much Umbra lately. Let me play literally anything that's not Umbra, even if it's Prince. So that's where I went today. Now, it is Prince plus Root Seeds, which is good. Root Seeds is always great. Now, this is obviously good because if you get Brawler or something, you can put Root Seeds on him. And you can see a couple people from my Discord server did get a victory on this, but the note that I was given was that it was a really slow start. And usually what happens with runs like these that I see from submitters anyway is that the run is challenging in the early game because it's easy to overestimate how strong you are and then quickly becomes very, very powerful later. And so later on in the run, you're crushing everything because you've had time to refine everything. And especially once you hit, I don't know, the third rank of champion, sometimes that's like the big threshold where you take off. So it's just something to be mindful of, I think. And oftentimes it's easy to just play it cool, right? It's easy to click every trial and just hardcore send it, but sometimes you really need to not do that, even if it's a trial you really want, right? You know, my biggest number one notation here is like, well, example is the like unit trial. I think the armor trials in general are terrifying, and you need big power plays to survive them, especially at high shards, right? If you're looking at, I don't know, 25 shards or something, armor trial can be devastating on ring 2. And it's just something to be keeping in mind. Really, I don't have much else to say beyond that. It's just something to watch for. So, regardless, I just explain what's going on in case you're joining us for the first time. This is a viewer submitted run series. Basically, players are playing Covenant 25 Monster Train with no mutators, and they struggle on a run, which might be a curse seed, or they love a run so much that it's just so incredible, it's a blessed seed. Now, currently, I'm only playing one of these a week, so the truth is, I'm probably not getting to a lot of blessed seeds, but that's okay. I sometimes play them on my own. I don't record them. I don't know. I like Monster Train. Who knew, right? Who knew? I'm certainly not doing this for a living, that's for sure. But basically, when you submit a run to me, you can create a 3-word combo similar to what you're seeing in the top screen here on your run summary page. And I send it my way on Discord, on YouTube comments. I get them everywhere, and I will play it for you, hopefully, on the channel at some point. I do generally get more submissions than I have time to play, and that's great. You know what? It gives me a little chance to pick and choose a bit. And who knows, maybe you turn around and I immediately play it for you, because it's just sometimes that clan combo just drives me a bit. Tell you what, I'm never motivated to play a bunch of Tethys dreg runs. Those are the ones that always get me. I'm just like, woof, how many Tethys dreg runs do I have the willpower to endure at this point in my life? It's tough enough when I see them on my normal series. I'm just like, I don't know. Can I handle this? It's like, because you have to, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this, but you have to think about it. It's like, your first banner is like Wickless Tycoon, Paraffin Thug, and then no unit drafts, no incant units. You're not shown Chill Wind. It's what, like, Tethys that sweeps, so handheld totem and conduit, but you have no damaging spells. The whole run is just awful. And then like it's so tough because you're just playing this and you're just like, why is this monster tree? No, you can't do this to me. At least this clan combo looks like it's interesting, right? I'll take it. So anyway, we're on a 26 win streak. We had a Voyix request in our previous episode, which was great. It ended up being a Rage Adaptive Mutation Shattered Shell run. It's a little bit of a tongue twister. And it was behind Sentient with a tiny steelworker and railhammer building up the floor as well. It was interesting, especially because the submitter Voyix mentioned to me personally that it was complicated to get through Arcus. That's where he died. And I think that's a fair point of contention for Sentient in general, because especially for cultivating, you are relying on getting hit many times. And so for something like Fell, she hits a lot. And so you can scale your back line, and that like counteracts the challenge of Relentless. Arcus, however, just does like 39 damage and just punches your dude. So it's real like just pushes through Sentient without scaling. And if you're a little bit slow, you might be great into waves and bad into Arcus. We did have enough HP on our floor that we were fine, and I think the adaptive mutation was a good click as well, so we got the win on that one. I think that's informative, a good way of handling those scary moments. So, anyway, though, I think that's all I've got for you. So, as always, do like, comment, and subscribe, and let's go make Prince work, yeah? Yeah, let's do it. Ugh, 6-minute intro, it's tough. All right, hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing just fine. It's a new day of recording for me. I opted to delay this one. Yeah, I just didn't feel like finishing all my recording for the week on the same day. So here I am on day 2, Sunday. Let's go. Hope you're having a nice weekend. You know, even though this is going up on a Monday, so it's not a weekend anymore and we're all back at work. It's weird how that happens. Anyway, let's get in on it. Today we are default Hellhorned, Exile, Awoken. We're facing Plating Sealed Daedalus, Curse Fell, and Chased Seraph with Hidden Passage, Steel Enhancer, and Battering Ram. Okay, I mean, if we see Brawler, this is excellent, right? I mean, we even got plus HP, so like Steel Enhancer is really good on Brawler, especially with Root Seeds. I find that this card in general feels low impact. In a lot of runs, you really don't want to draw Steel Enhancer, because if you're only drawing 5 or 6 cards on a turn, you're like, man, I want something that does more than +3/+3. And you're not wrong. The thing is that when you have Root Seeds, you're drawing very fast. And so you want a card like this, because you're probably not going to have Ember to play everything. And so wouldn't it be nice if you could at least play the cards you had left over? And that's what Steel Enhancer is good for. It's usually not my favorite card, but the fact that it's free gives it a lot of value. Hidden Passage is excellent for moving things around. I'm just going to be honest with you, it's one of my favorite cards from a utility perspective. And then Battering Ram is also here, probably not going to be that useful. But you never know, sometimes I say that and then it becomes a critical heavy killer, so whatever. Anyway, temples are looking like 2, 3, 6. Wow, that's it. Okay, at least there's one in at 6. I mean, that's better than nothing. I do really hate not having one post Daedalus. That means the entire mid game is kind of void of infusions. I hope we don't end up with like an imp run, right? Because I'm not going to really be able to flexibly infuse an imp. Or I'm going to have to make that decision early. And that's a really tough ring 3-2, no steel shop there. So let's say you see both your imps you want to infuse here, and then you're looking at ring 3 and you're saying, I have to infuse here before I have Endless, for instance. You can really get into an awkward situation. I could see how this node generation from a temple's perspective could really hurt your run. So maybe that's the real challenge here. Maybe that's what caused some issues with the submitter, because I think that's a fair problem to have to deal with here. Normally you're having more temples, 4 of them or something is kind of the ideal in my opinion. 5, of course, is just through the moon, you're feeling good about it, but you can't count on that. It's a little bit of a high roll. All right, let's talk about the rest of this though. Hellvent on 8 on steel side, it's okay. Another Hellvent on caverns on 7, okay. It's a good magic shop there. Good magic shop on 6 as well, and a good steel shop on 5. It's actually a good string of shops. If I can take advantage of those 3 removals and 3 good shops, will be very powerful, especially on ring 5 with the caverns. There is an additional steel shop on 6 and an additional trinket shop with money on 5. I find trinket shops, I value the nodes differently. Money is high value into a trinket shop, and then also a horde is something I particularly like on a trinket shop, because you kind of lean in on the get a bunch of relics mentality there, and you can go that way, and if you're looking for a specific relic, you have probably the best chance of seeing it. So sometimes those are really good, especially if you have a lot of good hits. Our last dupe is 4. It's unremarkable, though. There is another good steel shop on 4, though, so there's that as well. And then we have, let's see, double magics in the early. Awoken banners with both. There is a steel shop Hellhorned banner if I want to go that route. So that's an option as well. Yeah. I don't have much else to add, I don't think. I think we'll go ahead and hop in on it. What's this Horde got for us? Thorn Casing or Unbroken Horn? Well, the thing is with Root Seeds, I don't ever see Unbroken Horn becoming useful. Maybe eventually with enough -1s. Obviously, this makes something like Pyre Chomper really attractive, but I don't know. This is so low impact from this point of view, right? I almost always would click Thorn Casing here because then I can just take a Sting and this thing becomes truly weaponized. I mean, a great Sting is really high value. I'm going to take the Thorn Casing prospectively. I think it is a better perspective pick here. And if you see Thorn Fruit, your run kind of goes a bit out of control. We're going to click on, oh my gosh, Brawler, of course. There's no world I click on Reaper. Reaper is what you click if you want to lose. Unfortunately. I mean, that's just the truth of it. I did click the money, of course. Mark of Invasion here is... Okay, this is tough because you really want this money. It's 75 gold. The thing about it is... Can I get through this? I took the money in the beginning. And the other thing you have to ask yourself, does this deny me the collector? Because you can easily hit draws here where you miss a collector on top floor because there are now 4 dudes on it and Prince is not hitting it. So you sometimes risk 50 gold in order to get 25 and then possibly take a ton of Pyre health. And when you think about it, like 14 Pyre health or something is not worth 25 gold. And this is a tough combat and I took money. We're not weak here because of Root Seed, Steel Enhancer into Prince. I don't think we want this invasion trial, though. This is a risk that I don't think pays out on average. And as much as it would be great to just be like, haha, high roll, I just don't see it. I mean, like, look at this. We'd be taking 15, 10 into him right away. Whereas now I can just comfortably toss him a bunch of Root Seeds and we draw a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, like, look at this. Exactly. We would have probably been able to torch it at the expense of a ton of his life, which is not great, I don't think. Yeah, truly. I mean, I don't see us really being able to do much here. I think this was a good choice. We got the collector, very cozy here. It's what, 34, 39. I can even kill this front fella here. And I can ascend the healer out of the way, which is good. Okay, give me a torch. Great news. Torch is excellent here. And then we just Steel Enhancer our friend in the back, right? And we get that kill. Play double Train Steward's middle. Good. Honestly, great. I mean, we look comfortable in this. All I need is a torch and we win. Cool, we won. Good job. Great, in fact. Yeah, very little to add here. We chew through this, man. In fact, battering ram. It's incredible. Wow, I clicked it. Yeah, we take a ton of damage there. I mean, okay, you drew a torch on the turn with the collector, right? So you could have torched him and then taken 4. He would have had, like, Prince would have had like 2 HP. I mean, you leak to the Pyre for sure, right? We snap click Ritual here. There's really no question about it. You take the first source of rage you're shown on red. Vine Grasp or Wildwood Sap. I mean, Wildwood Sap is a really good pick into the early game. We can use it to face tank our way through, yeah, through Daedalus or whatever. Restoration Detonation is also fine. A heal is good, but I'll take the Wildwood Sap. I think it's slow but better. And we're 75 gold different, but I think it's okay. We got a Ritual of Battle, so we of course go to the right here. There's no doubt in my mind. What do we get? Oh. Is that a holdover? Well, holdover Steel Enhancer is bad. Is there a -2 in this temple? I would hold over a ritual. Ooh, alright. So this is a great example of a huge power play, right? This is a power play that is scary because we're immediately going to 25 shards, but that is so strong. My banner is Husk Hermit Awoken Hollow. This is an interesting decision point because Husk Hermit is just better if I'm not committing to it hard, but Awoken Hollow is better if I am committing to it hard. Right? So if I get a lot of healing, is what I'm saying, I could go into Awoken Hollow and he could buff up the HP on Prince, and then that could be our entire line, right? Alternatively, if I'm looking for, I don't know, a Steelworker, then Husk Hermit is a much better interim solution because it has 30 hit points out of the gate, right? It's also, you know, a sweeper, so there's that as well. Tough call. What's coming up? I have another Awoken banner. This is difficult. I don't know what to make of this. Our ring 3 is going to be flimsy, I believe. I think I'm going to want the hollow here. Right? Think so. I don't know about that. The hollow props me up a little better, but at 25 shards, how do I feel about this in a ring 2? I don't know. It's tough. The hollow is going to be superior into most of the bosses. Yeah, I think I need the hollow here. Okay, so there's that. -1 root seeds, good. +10. I mean, a +10 torch is pretty solid here. It's not terrible anyway. I'm going to re-roll it for the -1. We'll toss a -1 on root seeds here. I think that's just worthwhile. How scared am I of this combat? I could just take a +20, a +10 torch. Definitely not 10 in piercing. That makes the combat much scarier. There was a universe I did an Eternal Stone into this Wildwood sap, but I don't think that's it. It's way weaker than what we got. I'm going to save my cash, I think. We're just going to play it chill, I believe. Can I win with this? Maybe. I'll probably have to go to the Hellhorned banner on ring 4 and hope for something functional. Yeah, I think we're going to move on. I'm going to save my money here. 25 shards is disrespectful right now. Okay, so this is a great example of a trial I'd love to take that I think will kill me if I do take it. Yes. Conduits. This means that they come up with rage, they hit hard, I can't ping them with torches. I think we have to turn this off. I hate to say it, but I think we do. Yikes, that's a turn 1, friends. Wow. Steel enhancers and my units, and that's it. Give me a torch, please. Okay, we take these. Yeah, we're about to lose our man. Woof. I can't play the wild... Do I have to play the Wildwood sap? It offsets a lot here. Oh, it's tough. Drawing both torches on this turn is difficult. Now, I think I need to greed for cash here. If I lose the prince, or rather the guy upstairs, we're okay, I think. Can ping the back here. What if I trade HP? How do I survive here? I'm gonna ascend this guy. Take 10 to the pyre. I think that is correct. I do lose my hollow, unfortunately. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're immediately gonna ascend the conduit out. I play root seeds, ritual here. Okay, that at least prevents, that gives me an extra turn. I can play a trained steward. I want to preserve HP on my lad. And I do want to pop the man in front on bottom floor. Okay, this I think Hold Ritual. Wildwood Sap. Okay, well, you know, it could have been worse. We get through it in exchange for 10. I could take this Fledgling Imp here if I'm looking for something else. It's not a bad call, just a little more rage. We'll click it. It opens up our steel shops a little bit. Razor Sharp. I mean, we have the steel enhancers, but I do not need this. I just need to find my ritual. Let's take another Wildwood Sap, actually. Have 2 of those. We took 10 there, and I think it's a fair trade. I also have absolutely no money. So this magic shop is extremely low value to me. Like, it's not bad. I can take a -1. But I'm going to need to save the rest of it for this Merchant of Steel. I guess I could maybe see an infusion, but what am I going to do here? Alternatively, I can take some Pyre Health. That's a tough call, actually. If I had more money, I would always go to this magic shop, but I don't. And that makes this difficult. Like, I could afford something on the top, but like a 120 double stack it goes in the Wildwood Sap, sure. I don't have a good holdover again. I'm just going to take this Horde, I think, actually. No, I already am okay. I took units. I'm all right. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is better. Winged Indulgence, Cheater's Hand? I don't think so. There's nothing I want to hold here. Winged Indulgence is value. It's just a value pickup. I'm okay with that. Another -2. Goodness gracious here. Well, I could -2 the battering ram and it's actually usable, kind of. Kind of. I'm not really going in on armor. Yeah, I'm gonna Caverns first. Copy a card 5 times? I mean, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna X1 the ritual is for sure the choice. 2 of these, X5 on this, by the way, is just not correct. Your whole hand is rituals and you can't play anything else and you lose. But X1 on this ritual is good. Even if I'm not going to play both of them all the time, the reason you do this is to improve the density, right? It's kind of silly. I could have like -2 to Wildwood Sap and then done something there. I don't know. I don't think that's important. We're actually going to just chill here, I think. This intrinsic doesn't offer enough to me, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm not going to lean too hard on the Awoken Hollow here. I don't think it's correct. I mean, maybe I see like a Steelworker or something, and then this run is good. At this point, really all I want is a frontline, which is, you know, sometimes easier said than done, but because this Hollow is not a great frontline. Yeah, here, champ, you get a Wildwood Sap at long last. We'd love to see it. 92 damage on the floor. I'm basically just trying to not let my man die. The torch is good. I'm gonna torch middle. Good. Honestly, I probably should also... I don't know about clicking both rituals is fully unnecessary here. I'd rather see my other cards. So I'm gonna Root Seeds instead. As silly as that is. Alright, he's gonna bomb middle next. 4-1. I do want to play the ritual. I need to avoid clicking other stuff here. Right? Yeah, be careful. Because if I do one more heal, I think we die next turn. We're really relying on tanking here. It's kind of silly. Oh, I should ascend on bottom, though. Yeah, okay, that's true. I may as well ping on bottom, too, right? No reason not to. And then I can Root Seeds the bomb. Yes. Okay. Alright, we're going to lose our man here for sure. And that's just going to have to be okay. It's what, 1-1, 10? That's 12? Dang, I never get over it. That's a shame, but... I'm going to Root Seeds. I want to draw around. I'm going to ping on bottom. I mean, this is a great example. My front line is just bad, is the thing. But, like, we're okay, right? I just need to put a train steward down and hope for the best here. I mean, this train steward gets auto-popped is the main concern I have. But maybe I do just need to rely on the law of big number. Fair. I don't really have much else to say. Just big number here is the winner of the day. Kind of a weird realization, but sure. I don't know, we do 300 damage. Do we win? It works. You ascend the tank out of the way and we get as many hits as humanly possible. He hits twice. We actually do it. I mean, this is a great example of law of big number. I need a front line. Is all I really need on this run. Give me a steelworker or something. Oh my gosh, a Tia. Well, that's endless. Endless fledgling imp on this floor. That's pretty good too. Or I could take the Unleash the Wildwood, or I could take this Wildwood tome and we have Quick Prince. I mean, I actually think Quick Prince is way better here. Yeah, let's do it. You could take any of those. Yo, Railbeater is the jam. He is my man here. We do not have enough healing for the Awoken Hollow. He just got me through the mid game, really. And in hindsight, it really should have just been a Husk Hermit. But let's take this Railbeater here. Yeah, for sure, he's going to get it for us. Good. Now, I'm looking for Ember, I believe. It's Curse Fell, but most importantly, we have all these root seeds. I never saw a sting, by the way. It's sad, but it's fine. We're going to go to the right. I'm going to cut Awoken Hollow. You did great, champ, but you could have done better. Cut a train steward now, too. Looking for something. I could put a quick on my Railbeater, which actually might be a good layup. You ever done a self-infused Railbeater? We're about to. Right? It's not great, but I'll do it. I'm going to click this Horde. What do we get? Emblem of the Exiles. Yeah, I mean, Capricious Reflection is actually pretty decent here. Funny, you could have done this in the other order and seen an upgrade there. Kind of interesting. Emblem of the Exiles is just one of my favorite Awoken relics here, though, because it's just so strong. I'm going to re-roll this. I don't actually think the quick on our lad is important. Yeah, oh wow, actually, this is way better. Multi-strike plus 25 on my Railbeater. Incredible. Yeah, in truth, that's really good. Now he can hit multiple times, too. We'll give him plus 30 HP, and we'll be fine. Brawler 2, of course. Good. Alright, and I think we're fine. That was a really good shop, actually. I think we pick up from here. Mark of Invasion does not scare me. It's, in fact, a really good choice. Glad to trade 6 Pyre health. Actually, they do, like, 3 damage to me, which is very funny. We root seeds here. Where is this plus 2 coming from? Oh yeah, Emblem. Emblem of Exiles. I'll take the other Railbeater downstairs. May as well punch, right? The funny thing about this also, it is just better to not ping on middle. It turns 4 damage into 9 damage. So we just chill. I guess I may as well ping this guy on bottom. I might get another torch here, yeah. Yeah, it's fine. The plus 5 is just a really good pickup, though. Hey, look, Ritual of Battle. It's good. Root Seeds. I ping the man on middle. That's a really good choice. And you set up the Clipped Reflector, which I find pretty cool. We'll tank for our Train Steward here. That's fine. Cool. Honestly, okay. Once I see the quick tome, we'll be really cooking. You know, I could really go to town here, couldn't I? Put some rage on both of them. That's solid. And then toss the Wildwood Sap, and like, I don't even care about this man's armor at all. It's funny. We get another Train Steward shot middle. That's good. Yeah, we're gonna crunch. The Railbeater having multi-strike here is good. Now that man downstairs, he scares me. How do I answer him? Quick Tome will do it? Yeah, Quick Tome will do it. So we root seeds for sure. Ritual, play the Fledgling Imp up top. Good. He tanks that hit. I take a little bit. We're doing the damage. I need Quick Tome. Would I drop my rituals for Quick Tome? I think so. We'll redraw, right? I get 6 card draw here. So I can play 1 ritual, and then I'm guaranteed to hit the Quick Tome. All right, we'll take 1 ritual here. I'm going to load up the back so I get over the 106 on this guy. Yeah, we play 1 card. We're guaranteed the Wildwood Sap here. Saves 33. Beautiful. And as long as I keep Prince above the front guy's HP, which this ritual does, we're golden. I can then ping in the back, and we are cruising. Good stuff. Thank you, Quick Tome. Very valuable. And now we just load it up, right? It's very much a whatever moment. Sure, here's a torch, friend. You're very dead. Extremely dead, in fact. Doesn't even swing on me. Is that true? Okay, yeah, seems good. Seems good to me. We got it. Important work? March of Shields might be the pick. A casual -1 on that is 10 HP on the floor. I don't even need the steel shop anymore? Good grief. I could go trinket shop here. Not bad. I don't think it's important work. I didn't lean on Transcendent here. I might not see an Endless. It's not necessarily wrong to go to this shop and maybe see it anyway. It's a really good shop is the thing. I'm going to click March of Shields here. The HP is valuable, I believe. Yeah, it's a really good card to grab. Spreading Spores, nope. Invigorating Solution, Bramble Lash, I'll take the money. It's fine. This is an interesting one because there's money on the left. I could really see some nasty sort of upgrades here. But I don't have Rail Beaters. I mean, I don't have Steelworker, so it's not like I'm looking for a Rail Hammer. I just look for card draw. I could look for Thorn Fruit. That would be funny. That'd be very good. The Merchant is... I mean, this is removals and a Caverns, though. I could overflow the Rail Beater. I could remove cards, which cuts a couple more Train Stewards. I could maybe see an Endless. It's such a good shop. Honestly, yeah, I think this shop is too strong to skip, right? I don't know. I don't know, man. You could see some good trinkets. Let's look at this trinket list before I make this hard decision very fast. What do we get? I mean, Gurg's Goat is huge. I would take an Imsickle. It's a free tank. Resonant Shard is huge. What else is there? I would absolutely take a Light's Gift. I would take a Winged Steel. What else? What else? What else? What else? Forever Flame? Nah, I don't think so. On the Awoken side, I would take Thorn Fruit. I already saw the best relic, Emblem of the Exiles. Root Split Mask I might take too. It's okay. It's not as important, but it's okay. There are a good number of them. Yeah, there are a good number of relics that are solid here. There's obviously a number that don't really matter to me, but... I don't know. I think the Endless could also just be a hit, and that's a 25% chance here too. I'm going to go to the removals. This node setup is just too strong. Even if it ends up completely whiffing on the shop and it's just removals plus a Caverns, that's good. Yeah, we're going to do this. Let's look at the Caverns first, I suppose. I guess I'll look for the Endless maybe. See if we see it. Large Stone? No, absolutely not. Wow, Endless. I mean, okay, we hit the Endless Imp, so I mean, that's going to be great too. Good job. Cool, and now I cut Train Stewards. Oh, wow, I can't believe I hit. Didn't actually expect that at all. Crazy. Cavern says, purge a card, gain a card. Absolutely, I'll purge the last Train Steward. Good. And I'll gain a... what? Hellhorned card? Curious. One Horn's Tome? Scary. I'm not clicking it. I'll take my 10 gold here. I don't think I need it. I already have a 5 times hitting man in the back. I'd rather use his HP for something meaningful. And that's power, baby. We have so much scaling. I'm going to need card draw out the wazoo here. Right, just all card draw is coming up. Do I take this money? What do I even want? Magic shop upgrades? I guess if I can, every single card I can make free on Root Seeds is pretty good, and I can buy removals. I'm probably going to cut Battering Ram. I could stay at 40 shards here and just be super safe. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to do that. I don't see a reason to go ham here. This money doesn't add a lot to me right now. I'm just looking for removals and some -1s pretty much. Yeah, I don't think so. We'll just move on. I don't see how we lose here, at least from this combat. Spikes. I think this spikes is a great way to lose. Right? We just, our prince dies to spikes. Yeah, don't click that. That's wrong. Just don't click that. That's a great way of losing. Root Seeds. It's actually better to not play the Rail Beater here. I guess I could torch them out. Meh, he hits something. It's fine. I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna burn this Wildwood Sap. Let's get rid of it. It's fine. It's okay. Ah, I get the Collector. Incredible news. I mean, this is... I actually think this is Ritual... Torch? I need to access this man in the back here. You know, I could just ascend him up, right? I think I need to access this man in the back. We're going to torch him. I know this makes me take a lot more damage on the bottom, but I don't really care about that dude, right? Like, he's not important to me. Okay, cool. So it's Ritual. I'm going to torch middle. Top floor is fine. I could turn, what, 9 into 10? Nah, I'm just going to torch the front guy on middle. Full access to the Clipped Guardian here is important, I think. Yeah, full access is critical. Quick Tome upstairs, valuable. Yes. Root Seeds. I will Ritual once in the front here. Right, he goes pop, 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 and then... we want pop, so true. I think Ritual is going to be a very solid use of my cards. I am still looking for torches. Tia is good. He Tias. We like it. I could ascend. So he goes pop, pop, pop. So a single torch does it, right? Right, removes a bunch of the scary here. And then... only Fledgling Imp takes this hit, and we just hyperscale my back unit here. I have so many held over cards that it's just silly to think about. Oh yeah, Winged Indulgence into Self-Made Harpy. That's funny. Steel Enhancer. He actually gets a swing in downstairs. That's pretty wild to me. I do think it's double Ritual here. May as well play out the Wildwood Sap. Fine. Sure. We clobber, I think. I can't really see how this doesn't work in my favor. Just play Ritual, and we chill, right? Replay the Imp. I mean, I'm pretty sure Rail Beater kills, right? Yeah, of course he does. Rail Beater annihilates in a massive way, which is very funny. They do get around it, right? Cha-cha-cha, and then pa-pow. 592 damage, that seems good. Tiresome Climb, that's a good card. We click this card. Absolutely, that's an important one. Preserved Thorns, payout for my Thorn Casing, absolutely. Preserved Thorns is draw, it's a very powerful pickup. I already have everything from this shop, so I'm just going to the right. We're just going. Healing, more removals, yes. I need to just, I think it's just cut cards. I'm going to drop Battering Ram. This card is pointless to me right now. And I'm going to cut a Torch. The Wildwood Saps are bad at this point, but at least they help offset some sweep damage or something and they go away. Yeah, that's fine. I'm looking for a -2 if you got it, friends. Spell chain, a 10 in piercing. What is the spell chain doing for me? You could spell chain the preserved thorns. That's actually not terrible with this thorn casing nonsense. I think it's going to be -1/-1 tiresome climb, or I'm going to double stack this, and that's going to be fine too. Reroll this. I don't need this eternal stone on anything. Nope. Permafrost? I'll 20 consume a torch. That's good. The -1 for sure comes out. What's coming up? Where am I going? Another good magic shop, so I'm going to chill on the tiresome climb. A double stack would be huge here. Instead, I just want -1s on my root seeds so that they are super playable. I look in this temple. I am at 40 shards. So we need to vaguely consider how we're getting to Relentless or getting to the victory here. I am going to self-infuse the Rail Beater, armor 60. That's a very solid front line. That gets me to 65. Now that's what, 75, 90, a 10 shard choice would work here. This is my last temple, so no self-infuses on the Imp. That's okay. The Imp is as much tanking as anything else. He just takes a hit for me, which is good. Let's see. Spell chain. There probably is a good spell chain target in here. I just have to think about it. You could spell chain the Wildwood Tome to have a quick floor, which is not wrong necessarily. Do you ever spell chain a quick tome? That's kind of funny. Huh. Interesting. Again, I could spell chain the Preserved Thorns. In piercing a torch. It's not terrible. It at least hits something. 12 is such a bad number, though. It's not what you want to be seeing. Let's see. So if I dupe, what would I dupe from this perspective? I probably want to dupe the Tiresome Climb, which means that I want to lean in on something here that actually answers my problems. I think I'm actually just going to spell chain genuinely this Wildwood Tome. I think it's actually just correct to do that. And then here we freeze nothing. We chill and we move on. I think Fell is going to be annoying, but we'll have the Ember for it. It'll be okay. With the Tiresome Climb, I can play top into Divinity as long as I cut my deck down and then draw faster into it. I could potentially get away with a bottom floor angle here. Right? You put this first ritual into Railbeater, he does 30, 60, and then 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, and we're okay. I think this actually is a bottom floor angle, shockingly. You ritual up front and it clears the floor and we ultimate penance this. This is actually good. It's rare that I can do this, but I'm happy when it works out in my favor. Torch here, I burn a card for no real reason. Yeah, I mean, this is fine, right? Okay, I want the Quick Tome in the back, for sure. I'm gonna Root Seeds in the back, too. I definitely have to play the Ritual here, I think. Good, and then it's Ultimate Penance here, so I don't take this hit. This will speed me up to a pretty compelling point, I believe. And now it's just ritual for sure. Man, I really don't kill that man in the back. That's wild. This is what, 92, 92, 92. I at least get the 12 through. I see what's happening, though. He gets sapped down, which really sucks. Yeah, I knew I was like 20. What's happening here? Math. That's a shame. This guy actually curses me and hits me, I guess. Do I ever kill him? Maybe not. We clear the floor with one of those. I'm gonna Prince. Am I racing on this? How do I kill that man? March of Shields, Preserved Thorns. How do I feel about this Weight of Contrition? I think it's actually just correct to really go ham here, right? Just full on ham. I think having some rage in the front is important. I'm just going to play the ritual here, I think, is correct. And we accept the 3. It's the only pyro damage I've taken on this run. I'm happy to have done it. Yeah, shame. I don't get the, I didn't draw Preserve Thorns here, so fair enough. Top floor's looking good. Fine. I will play the March of Shields in front. Yeah, fair enough. It's annoying. Another 5 damage, but it's okay. Last curse of the day. Man, I had... Yikes. You hate to see it, right? This Preserve Thorns is good to play. I think it's worthwhile. Ultimate Penance. Play the Ritual. I think drawing more cards is good. Well, curses, man. Curses. It's tough. We get through it. I mean, we win in large part thanks to having preemptively tossed a melee weakness on this lad. This boss, rather. Haha, we got it. Good. So yeah, it's pow, and then one more round. Yeah, I mean, we took some damage there, but that's fine. We ended up doing a lot better here than we could have. That's true. Channel Song can fish out the Fledgling Imp, but it makes the Fledgling Imp never die, which is funny. Awoken's Rail Spike is low impact. I'm just going to take the Alloy of the Ancients here, I think. Just a good burst armor up. I value that quite a bit. Drawing cards is going to be super important here. Just don't even think about alternatives. Space lets me play middle, but it's not it. We move on draw for sure. Divine Artifact. None of these are good. We take our 25 gold. What are they going to offer me? Plus 6 HP on Prince? That seems bad. Now, I could dupe here, but what is the dupe play? I think it's actually just the magic shop here. We get 20 of our health back, which is nice. And I can make things cheaper. You can see that even with everything that's happening here, I am still running out of Ember. So I think the removal plus magic shop angle is way better here. Yeah, I mean, it is. I do have to take everything unless I plan on duping something else. But remember, I think I'm duping this Tiresome Climb, whatever happens. So take the cash. Dark Forge says Brawler 3. Of course, I would love to hit 5 times. Removals will decide in a second. Double stack. Sure. I mean, double stack is good, right? This is plenty. Yeah, absolutely. We click that. That's what I wanted. -1 to a Root Seeds. I want the other -1 for sure. 20 consume is huge. Spin it. Remove consume. Vaguely consider. This -1 needs to go into the Wildwood Tome. It's a 2 Ember swing for me, which I value quite a bit. It's plus 10. I don't love that. I'm going to just remove some cards now. The removals are... Verdict is... Hidden Passage is not bad, but it also kind of doesn't do anything. I'm going to cut Bad Torch and Bad Torch here, I think. Every other card either goes away or something to that effect. We reach 105 with Divine Horde. I probably dupe the Tiresome Climb. Think about the optimal turn here. Ritual, Ritual, Tiresome Climb is just a ridiculously good turn for me. Play 3 cards, win boss, basically. Yeah, we're going to move on, for sure. I think that's good. I think we crunch this floor. Spikes? Man, it had to be spikes. I could put Prince in front for the HP scaling? Who's this boss? Neffel. You have what, 1230, but that's before shards. Can I do 1500 here? If I hit the Tiresome Climb, maybe. I could Wildwood Sap in front. I really want this money is what you're suffering through, right? Ah, man, spikes is such a risk. 5 hits, that's 30 damage. No, that's 25. It's 5 spikes, yeah. 5 spikes, yeah. So 25. He only has 26 HP. I think you lose. And then one of these Steel Wings gets upgraded. This is a real tragedy. I would have done anything pretty much to get this, but I don't think it's correct. I think that's a great way of just losing the run. unfortunately. And now we have a much more normal run of it, which is, it is what it is. We get a double quick here because that's funny. I can root seeds. I can play all my cards, which is fun. I can take the armor in front here and we just sting this guy downstairs. Solid. Okay, I can at least ascend the collector out, which is something. We're not going to do the tiresome climb solution. I guess I should torch it, right? Yeah, just torch him. We're going to do one ritual in front, one ritual in back. The spread here is important because of Railbeater's ability. Yeah, you put a little bit in front and then a little bit in back. We're going to March of Shields here. I will, honestly, we totally full send it here. I just torch a guy middle. I think it's fine. I can't kill this imp, right? I don't have anything that kills this imp, and I don't want it chilling in front. So really, what are my options? The answers are not many. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, the nice thing about it is I really, really value Prince and Railbeater both hitting super hard, right? It's just very nice. I'm going to take the 10 armor here over the tiresome climb. Yeah, I mean, we chew this floors. We chew these up, right? Just a full-on chew, which is great news. Huh, yeah, fair enough. Root seeds. I could ascend a thing, but I don't think I want to. Again, like, I could play the fledgling imp. It's a good scale. I love this a lot, but the downside here is it never dies. I guess I could just put it on the floor, but I don't think so, right? I don't think so, yeah. I would rather just play Ritual a whole bunch here. Sting. Sting. Hiya. Play cards. Not much to add. Maybe I hit the tiresome climb this turn. That would be pretty dope. Yeah, just high send him and he loses hardcore. Cool. But you don't even get around at this point, yeah? Zero cost root seeds. Value. Cool. I mean, that was a 1-round kill. But the sad thing is that actually looks way worse if you have the spikes. Why couldn't it have been Heaven Seal? I would have taken any of the others. Any of them. Spell Shield, Heaven Seal, Armor. It's tough. Spikes, though, I mean, that would have just been a death, I think. Now, I'm going to dupe my tiresome climb. We're going to chill. I actually may not even need to dupe it when you think about it. Restoring Retreat, Bramble Lash, Awake. I'm going to take my money and leave. Do I need a dupe? Let me just think about this. With a double stack instead of the -1/-1, I could just be better off redrawing into the tiresome climb. Remove more cards, draw very fast. This fledgling imp may end up not even mattering. What if I go left? The -1s are huge. Consider that, because you get a -1 into the last root seeds and a -1 into March of Shields, and then essentially every card is free. Pretty strong. I could see some other good stuff. What would I take? Buy some removals, maybe? I actually think the left angle is really strong here. Because I saw the double stack here, I don't need as many turns. Yeah, I'm actually going to go left. 4 turns is more than enough for a single cycle. I don't need this dupe. And this is one of the reasons I grabbed this cash earlier, right? Is because now I have the flexibility to go either side, because the Horde gets me to 105. We'll go left. Hard pivot. Take my 1 pyre health. We love it. Look at this Horde. Resonant Shard. That seems reasonable. Yes. Big number good. Refracting Lens, Scorch Steel, Pyre Wall. Don't think so. I think it's just going to be the angle of buy cards, right? -1 this Root Seeds. That's good. Want to play that every time. Permafrost. I mean, I could Permafrost something. It's kind of a removal, but my removals are cheap, so I actually can't 20 consume anything else. That's alright. Holdover, though. Holdover. We definitely make March of Shields free. That's for sure. What is the holdover here, though? That's a weird choice. Maybe I just buy 2 removals. We remove 4 cards here. Honestly, I cut both hidden passages and maybe even the imp. The imp's not terrible because he could swing into spikes or I don't know, something maybe. I mean, the imp is actually going to die pretty quick. I'm going to leave him in because he could always chump block for me. I'm going to take double removals here, I think. I think the cuts are Steel Enhancer and a Wildwood Sap, maybe? It might be the imp. I bought Endless for this imp, but I ended up seeing a spell chain on the Wildwood Tome. I just cut the imp and all I do is play rituals. I actually think the fledgling imp is going to be important for scaling. Don't undersell this man, right? Don't undersell him. I'm going to cut a Steel Enhancer here. Okay, good. I can't afford this Keepstone anymore. I may as well buy another removal, right? Remove the other Steel Enhancer. We're at a point where these cards just don't really matter. Yeah, I'm going to cut this Steel Enhancer. That's fine. Those cards are good, but I'd rather see my other stuff here. 10 gold remaining. I mean, our deck is 21 cards. I'm drawing very fast thanks to the Root Seeds and the Stings. I think we crunch Chased. Yeah, let's go. 105 out of 100, rock on. We're being maybe a little more conservative. Remember there was a world we could have X5'd that ritual? I just don't see that ever being a correct choice, you know? Prince, Rail Beater, Root Seeds, let's go. I'm going to Torch up here to save the 14 and play the March of Shields. It's fine. I think Sap Seraph might have been the scarier choice here if we had seen that, but Root Seeds, Root Seeds, Root Seeds. Let's Torch here. I'm guaranteed to see my Wildwood Tomes. Yes, I'm going to play out a Wildwood Sap just so I don't redraw it. He's going to come up and cut me here. This is actually a perfect example of Fledgling Imp angle, right? He's a good one-coster here. True. Good. One Wildwood Tome down. Solid. Root Seeds in the back. I can Ritual the front. And I could Wildwood the front. And then we actually... Wow, really? Dang, okay. I mean, the imp is now living. Oh, well, fair enough. He'll eventually die, I suppose. I didn't realize I was cutting through everything there, but I guess it makes sense, kinda. The imp dies. He may actually perish. He doesn't perish. Well, the imp is now a tank. Okay, I guess the imp is now living on this floor forever. Okay. Fair enough. It's not ideal, is what I'll say. It's not what I was hoping to see. That's funny. That is actually just hilarious when you think about it. I could punch a number through to the boss here. 4 days. Let's actually just ascend the guy in back because he cuts this down to 2, then 1, then gone. So let's just send up a 14x3 here and put 86 into the boss. I think that's fair. Chased is kind of scary because he cuts my rage a lot, but you know, it could be worse, right? Okay, we clear it. It's not pretty, but we clear it. I can get armor in front. I actually think the right choice is to ascend Chased off floor here, potentially. Kind of a weird decision point. I think I also could just alloy and then sting out middle. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Sting out middle here, draw cards. Yeah, our scaling is getting cut a bunch. Because of course it is. Root Seeds, Root Seeds, Root Seeds. Ritual. Kills front man. Ritual kills back man. Sting. Armor. And then I ascend this 14 damage dude off the floor. Actually, what you do is you ascend the 110 damage guy in front, right? We put 200 into the boss from that. Yeah, that's good. Seems reasonable to me. I mean, this is a weird case of, I guess we're doing it, right? It's not quite what I was expecting, but it's something, I suppose. I didn't think about the imp living on that turn, I'll admit. We work on bottom floor here. Yeah. I think our front man is strong enough. Actually, we're going to hard tiresome climb the boss here. 10 times out of 10. Yeah, I want him to have 4 days in a relentless. That seems strong. Cool. We win. Great work, in fact. Cool. And then you see I have 0 Ember, but I have 6 cards I can play here, which is huge. And with so few cards in my deck, I had such a good chance of seeing that there. This is a lot of damage very fast when you think about it. Cool, that's a victory. And then I imagine Divinity goes similarly, except I beat the crap out of him earlier in the combat. And I can daze him. Also, it actually goes much faster because I'm not getting cut by Chased. You know, Chased actually threatened that combat quite a bit. You know, immediate value on this alloy, by the way. I'm scared for my friend's life, but he can then get the alloy and we're chilling. We will play top. Remember, we decided on this because of the tiresome climb's existence. March of Shields is good. I want to hold this ritual. Good. I think it is time for, of course, Root Seeds. I think it's going to be double quick here. And then we play the Fledgling Imp. Because it dies. It's actually a great use of Fledgling Imp here. Because it perishes. Obviously, I'm only drawing 7. I might not see the tiresome climb, but we're actually chilling here. I need to play Fledgling Imp, I think is good choices. Root Seeds in the back. I think I have to play this tiresome climb, and we're okay with it. Right? I don't think I have a choice there. Ah, dang, the imp lives again. Well, math, I guess. Alright, well, we'll see about the imp. He might die, eventually. Preserve Thorns off floor. A sting on middle is value. A sting on top just kills a dude, though. Just killing a man is pretty good. I think the play is we actually March of Shields the Redirector forward. I know that's weird. And then we sting it out. We sting out the Wilt Wings. That's a really strong play, in my opinion. Good. Putting the Rage in front here, by the way, pops this front guy and then puts damage through to the back, which I appreciate quite a bit. Good. None of them have taken damage, I suppose. Sting middle, then, I guess. It's fine. Lay out the Wildwood Sap so I stop looking at it. Fine. That's okay. I think we get through middle, or what's now top floor. Oh, shocking. We do not. Okay, never mind. We do. I can play the tiresome climb again. Beautiful. And then I mean, it's just ritual, right? A Sunday. Big number. Big number good. Yeah, I mean, the imp is going to live at this point. We're doing enough damage to clobber that whole floor. I think we easily beat the mini-boss here. Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, he's gone. I'm going to double sting downstairs because it might kill this Clip Defender at some point. Ritual. That's Root Seeds. This is good because the 88 kills the front and then puts the melee weakness onto the Inquisitor, which I value quite a bit. And then I think we just tiresome climb the boss some more. 9 days. Our man is for sure gone. He stands no chance in Relentless with this much coming in. Yeah, you sting middle because it kills a man entirely. Good. We Root Seeds upstairs. March of Shields. I mean, I guess... Really? March of Shields? I can just pull my Rail Beater? It doesn't matter. There's going to be so much days, it does not matter. We Ritual... Wildwood Sap, and you shoot one guy because then it pushes that damage through to the boss, which is great. We'll happily take 260 there. Cool, 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 cool. Top floor is cleared. Great work. This is just a great ritual into... Yeah, ritual, tiresome climb angle. We root seeds a whole bunch. Fine. Now, the only other question you have to ask yourself is, I mean, I for certain deal with this mini-boss in middle, yeah? So I guess we'll sting downstairs. Maybe I can overcome it. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, we're going to be fine. We have this daze. We're super cruising. I don't even really care what we are hitting, right? Yeah, none of this really matters. The 14 days on the boss, he never swings on me. Never in a million years. Yeah, fine. We're chilling. We easily win on Relentless. There's just nothing that can happen here that kills me. Yeah, of course. Way to contrition, way to contrition. Just play some rituals here. We cruise, right? I just don't see it any other way. Sure. None of this matters. I'm just going to play cards because reasons. We're fine. 13 days into the boss. He never stood a chance. We clear the entire wave with Quick. Turns out, Quick Tome is good. I appreciate that on Brawler. One of those things that Brawler loves to have. It's a pretty straightforward run. I actually don't think it was like the strongest run I've ever played, for sure. I definitely could see this being a loss if you disrespect it early, but in truth, I just don't see I don't see this as terribly cursed either. I would describe it as maybe like a low cursing, a minor cursing. Let's go to the challenge. I am interested in how this person perished, though. Oh man, didn't get the highest score. How dare you? Who beat me? Oh, pff, Alpha Fiend. What in the world? Wait, what? Reaper? Wait, wait a second. Wait a second. What? This is... Okay, so you didn't see the holdover? So you X5'd the ritual at one cost? Okay, that I see this winning. Okay, you got me. This is extremely bizarre. What in the world? Okay, that's funny. I mean, okay, you beat me on score, I guess. What am I complaining about? Oh, wow, interesting. You took both these trials, huh? That's an interesting world, right? I guess you had to go left on ring 2? Yeah, I mean, I can see how you might spin this around in a different world, play it a little differently here. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, because you have a quick in this shell, and I'm just thinking, where do you even get... We saw... Did I even see a shattered shell? I don't even think I did. Interesting. What an interesting world. Huh. All right, well, I don't even know what to say about that. That seems reasonable. Honestly, the fledgling imp was stupid. Like, we did not need it. I do think his little rage burst mattered in a couple cases, like on the Divinity or on Seraph, but he did not end up paying out, and that's okay. It was fine. He ended up being another body on my floor, kind of just lived there. He could have not existed, right? He could have not existed and it would have been okay. I could have removed him and it would have been okay. At that point, it was just sunk cost fallacy. I didn't want to remove the thing that I purchased an Endless for. You could have tossed him. I didn't need him. It's fine, though. Prince, Railbeater with the spell chain quick. When was that? When was the last time I've done this? I don't know. Been a long time. Quick is really good on Brawler, though, it turns out. And the Railbeater did excellent work. So, honestly, great. Just hard to say bad things about this floor. Flimsy, admittedly, but it doesn't need to have a lot of HP if it just kills everything instantly and you have tiresome climb for the Divinity and bosses. So, really, it's just what's the concern? Yeah, but we skipped the first two trials. That was a very safe play on my part. I mean, I took no damage. I took 10, I guess, on conduits still, but... Interesting. Really interesting that there's just... You went ham here. on the trial. Mark of Invasion taking 11. That's not bad, right? It's not bad. I saved 10 that way, 11 that way. Armor trial, though, this is scary. But I guess if you already had the shell with a large stone at that point, would you have? I thought it was a magic steel shot, maybe. I don't know. I'm really curious. If Evil watches this video, why in the world did you click Reaper? Was this like a desperation early gameplay? Did you not think you were that strong and then you took Brawler later? I can't. I'm looking at this Reaper and I'm like, okay, you clicked this to troll the prince, I guess. Like you're throwing him away, right? Because the shell takes up a whole floor, right? So you're just yeeting him into the ether. But weird. Very bizarre. Yeah, strange. I guess this wins, though. I mean, with this much ritual, of course it does. You just lean into the shell and you go crazy. It's kind of interesting, I suppose. Let's see, who else got this? We got another victory from our Discord server. Let's see, you got a fledgling imp rail beater. Okay, fair. You know it happens. What else is happening on this run? There's a lot of weird stuff here. Spell chain, steel enhancer. I guess this is a victory though, nonetheless. Yeah, I mean, okay, this also has something similar, right? The exact same ritual I had. -2 holdover ritual, and you make a second one. This is the correct pick, I think. You X1 it. I do think it's funny if you don't take that holdover. So you don't go to the magic shop on ring 1. It's a very weird choice. I think it's got to be correct to upgrade the ritual as soon as you get it. You have a banner. I mean, I think I would have maybe skipped on that if I had seen a banner, right? Right. I mean, what I'm trying to say is if there were no banner on ring 2, right? If it was like magic and money, because that can happen. That's a no generation that exists, and you only banner is on the steel side. So that's an option. If I had seen magic and money, I might have skipped that because there was a magic shop on ring 2. But I really struggle with the world where you go to the ring 2 magic shop, you don't upgrade this. What are you looking for here? Are you looking for the ritual? Maybe. I would probably make it 0 cost, and then you get a 0 cost X5 ritual, which is pretty crazy. And that's actually stronger in the grand scheme of things. But of course, in my opinion, if you see the holdover, you take it because you don't know you're gonna see the X5. The X5 here is kind of wild. You can do this run can go totally off the chain because in a reality situation, if you go see the -2, you go steel side on ring 2. You go on ring 3, you go to magic shop. You go, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I'm just gonna make a 0 cost ritual and dupe it a bunch. Then that seems like a reasonable plan too. You just go to every Hellvent. But then you see the X5 with a 0 cost ritual and you go, oh, I win. Okay, great news. And you cruise. You put that on a sweeper, and yeah, that works. That for sure works. Alpha Fiend is silly because I actually feel like it's just slower than playing another ritual on him, right? Wouldn't it just be better to, I don't know, Rail Beater, 30 HP, even is better? It's kind of an odd choice. I don't know. This is not kind of the way I would ever navigate this, but it does get there. It's interesting to look at, I think. I mean, obviously, I had a whole bunch of stupid Wildwood saps that ended up being fully useless, and I had a Awoken Hollow in the early game. So the early game I can see being a little bit of a sketch. You're in Daedalus and you're going, I don't have a lot of HP on my line. It's 2 hits from Daedalus and I lose. So I can see how you lose in the early game if you're concerned about it. This one looks a little closer to me. You've got Big Brawler. I mean, you may as well put Fledgling Imp and Rail Beater. Honestly, that's not bad. Truth be told. Let's see. Otherwise, this looks pretty similar. There's some extra cards I don't think you need here. But I mean, we had extra cards too, right? So it's fine. Yeah, interesting. It looks like there was a permafrost angle on this hidden passage just in case there was a consideration for an overflow. That's interesting. Yeah. I was the only one that took the thorn casing, huh? I guess everyone looked at this unbroken horn and thought it would be valuable. It's interesting. I don't actually value that relic that highly. And thorn casing turns things like preserved thorns into just a legit blaster spell, too. Okay, so those are the wins. Let's see. We got a loss here on Sycophants of Seraph with spikes. Did we learn our lesson? Yeah. Yeah, look at this. Everyone, oh my gosh, Ebel, you mad lad. I guess you took the Unleash the Wildwood, so you felt like you could offset the spikes here, but buddy, that's scary. You got 400 gold out of it. We'll take it. Oh, we took 56 damage for it, though. All right, well, fair enough. Fair enough. I think the spikes trials are pretty rough, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, actually think this run would have won if you hadn't clicked spikes here. I see how this easy kills you. That's a bad trial. This is our submitter. Yeah, okay, this is our submitter. What did we decide on? Let me see. No X5 here? Interesting. No X5 angle. So you didn't take anything from the trial? I mean, one thing I'll point out, even if you never click the ritual, okay? And for the record, I think you have to click the ritual on ring 1. Full stop. You just have to click that ritual. It is correct by so wide a margin that to miss it is potentially throwing your run. And so what you do here, even if you don't see anything great, you had a -1 root seeds. You X5 this because it just replaces itself. It's free damage boost. Free damage boost, it's not great, but it's fine. This is the angle you take. That way you at least get some damage because, yeah, you're running into low damage here into Daedalus. You have nothing, really. You have a razor sharp edge. Tough. You did stay on 0 shards, though. I mean, I can see it, right? So you're scared. You didn't get scaling. You're not really sure what you're looking for. You've got a weak brawler. You've got a husk hermit. There's not much here. I see this as this is for sure a Daedalus loss, right? Yeah. I also think you set yourself behind a little bit on ring 1 by taking that trial. It's a very scary trial. I could 27 damage. I see it, right? I see that for sure. You just put yourself at big risk. Yeah, even with no shards. I see this loss. This makes sense to me. I think the big thing, the big takeaway, click on Ritual. You always take the first kind of big source of rage there, whether it's a fledgling imp or a ritual, because you have those early shops, you can lean into it and make it work. Who else do we have? We have a loss on ring 2 here. Interesting. This is actually interesting to me, right? Look at this. This is for sure, this makes sense. I talked about this, right? That armor trial is terrifying on 25 shards. Yeah, look at this. You almost get the kill, but you lose. It's actually good to see this, right? It's good to see this because it demonstrates what I was talking about. That armor trial is terrifying. I snaked out of that by skipping it. It's interesting that I think that Ebel made it out by going left there and feeling more confident into the trial. I don't know what his unit was. It might have been this Alpha Fiend. This Alpha Fiend did come up later again, though. Some kind of thing from the Hellhorned banner felt reasonable enough for him to get through, though, which is solid. So, interesting. Maybe he took Reaper, and that's how he did it. I don't want to talk about Reaper. All right, that's all I'm going to say. I think I've gone through enough of this. So I'll let you all go there. Brings us up to 27 wins on the series. Happy to see it. And yeah, so hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like or a dislike if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.